Welcome back to the Algebra Solver. We solve problems in algebra, calculus, statistics, and other math problems. For this particular problem, we need to evaluate the expression 4b squared minus az. Okay, so that's 4b squared minus az. So that means 4 times b squared. That means raised to the power 2 minus az. When you say az, of course, we mean a times z. All right, that's a times z. This one is 4 times the square of b. Now the values for b will be taken from this given. These are given. B equals -5 and a equals +3 and z equals -8. We are going to substitute these values into the expression and we simplify. So now we're going to substitute the values. This is 4 times b squared. B is -5 and squared. Look at the parentheses there. Be sure that your parentheses are properly set. And then a, in this case, again, you put a in a parenthesis. This is 3 and z is -8. Now this is an operation with integers, and I would like to remind you that first you need to evaluate the square. Now remember, our rule is PEMDAS, PEMDAS. This is the hierarchy, the order of operations. You do the parentheses first. That means simplify the parentheses. In this case, all the parentheses are already simplified, right? All of them already simplified. And exponents, do the exponents next. We will do the square here, exponents next. And then we do the multiplication and the division simultaneously from left to right. So we do this multiplication here, and then there's a gap because there's a subtraction there. So again, we do the multiplication here. So multiplication, but there's a gap there, there's a subtraction, and then there's a multiplication. So we do this first, and then we simplify the subtraction. All right, so we will simplify first the exponent. That's -5 squared, so that's actually equivalent to -5 times -5. So when you multiply these two numbers of the same sign, the resulting product will have a positive sign. And then 5 times 5 is 25. So if we are going to use these here, so this will be 25. -5 squared is 25 minus 3 times -8. Okay, 3 times -8, that is +3, okay, times a negative number 8. So what do we do here? Since this is plus multiplied by a negative, so the resulting product will be also a negative, because you have two different signs. When you multiply them, the result is a negative number, and this 8 times 4, it's 24. So it's going to simplify this thing here, right? Okay, so this is -24. Notice here that this is -24 and it's still inside the parentheses, so there's still a subtraction sign here. All right, so let's simplify this, but I want you to be aware that it's actually the parentheses that's keeping us away from confusion. So 4 times 25 is 100 minus negative 24 and you have a subtraction now. What do you do with the subtraction? You change the operation from subtraction to addition. That's the first step. And then change the sign of the number following. The number following that operation there, you have to change this. So you change from negative, you can change it to positive. If it was positive, then you change it to negative. So in this case, positive. So to simplify this will be minus negative 24. That's actually now plus 24. Remember, when you subtract a negative number, it's actually equivalent, mathematically equivalent to adding a positive number. Minus minus is actually plus. All right, so let's further simplify. So this will become 100 plus 24 equals 124. So let us summarize. So 4b squared minus az, and we substitute the values here of b, a, and z. So we will simplify this. So it becomes 4b squared minus az equals 124. That's what we obtained. And remember, this if and only if, this is the final answer, if and only if b equals negative 5, a equals 3, and z equals negative 8. So the value of this expression will come out to be 124. So this expression, the value of this will vary if the values of the variables will also vary. And this is our final answer, 4b squared minus 4az equals 124, given the values we have mentioned earlier. And thank you for joining us again. And I know this is very slow, but our lectures, our problem solving is designed to help those who are very weak in mathematics. Not for those who are very bright in mathematics. You're already very bright, you can go ahead. And sometimes this is slow because we're trying to explain the various steps along the way, so that when you do your homework later on, you look at these problems and it will give you confidence that you can do it. For teachers, use our channel as additional assignment for learning, for more examples. And for parents, relearn your algebra so that you can help your students with their homework. Thank you, and see you in our next problem.